Teleportation has been a staple of commands since it first came out in Java Edition Classic version 0.0.18. It has been a widely used and well-known command, being one of the first and most useful commands to come out. I'm sure 99% of you know it. However, what many of you don't know is it is actually possible to use scoreboard values as a way to teleport. Today I'm going to explain how that is possible, why it works, and what use cases it actually has. Let's get right into it. So now that we know it is possible, how does such a thing actually work? Well, it isn't actually a feature, but a creation. In order to do this, you must first understand what binary is, because binary is what makes this creation work entirely. Many of you may know binary is just ones and zeros, but it is actually more than that. Those ones and zeros actually carry meaning. Every digit in binary is the prior digit multiplied by 2. For example, 1 1 in binary is 3 because you are adding 1 plus 1 times 2. Binary starts at 1 and then is multiplied by 2 for the next digit in the sequence. Now what are the zeros? The zeros are exactly that, zeros. They hold no value other than to move on to the next digit in the sequence. So 1 0 1 would be 5 because you are adding 1 plus 0 plus 4. Binary goes in multiples of 2's forever, starting from 1, then going to 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and so on. Now that we have a basic understanding of binary, what does this creation need it for? Well, the cool thing about binary is using it, you can create any number with relative ease. So if you take a scoreboard and check if it is above a digit in the sequence, for example 512, you can then teleport the player 512 blocks in that direction, then remove 512 from their score. This process will go until their score is 0, and once it is, they will be at their target location. Just make sure that before you teleport them, they start at the 0 coordinate for that axis. So let's try this. If you teleport a player to 0 on the x-axis and their scoreboard reads 100, your creation will check which is the first score to match under 100. In this case, that would be 64. It would then teleport you 64 blocks in the positive x direction and remove 64 from your score. You are now left with 36 on your scoreboard, and the next digit it checks is if your score is over 32. Since it is, it will now teleport you 32 blocks and remove 32 from your score. You're now left with 4, so it will skip 16 and 8 and move right to 4. From there, it will repeat the process of teleportation and removing your score. Once your score has now hit 0, you are at your destination. The best part is, all of this happens in one single tick. You have now seamlessly teleported from your original location to 100 on the x-axis. So now that we know what binary is, how it works, and how you can use that to teleport people, how is this actually useful? Well, the first reason is, with a little bit of reversing, you can make an armor stand track what coordinates you're standing on. Now that you can do that, you can make a /set_home system. You can now also make a /TPA system by checking someone else's coordinates, and if they accept the request, you can TP straight to their stored coordinates. You can also make an input system where a player can input coordinates and teleport straight there, and so much more. Now finally, how would this look in Minecraft? You now have a pretty good understanding of how and why this functions, but what would the commands to do this actually look like? Well, here are the basic 2 commands you'll need to start with this. The highest numbers in the sequence must start at the bottom of the command chain and exceedingly get smaller until you get to the number 1. I highly recommend using a tag system for this teleportation. Please also make a scoreboard for each axis that you are going to be making this system for. /execute at p tilde 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 tp at s tilde binary digit tilde tilde. Scoreboard players remove at p objective binary digit. Thank you guys for watching. Please unsubscribe.